I've been talking for so long. I want you all to know that I have been talking for so much. Hey, everybody, we are here with Kusogrand8, the Bad Video Game Tournament. Literally, I've been talking for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I didn't realize why, because Windows just decided that my microphone wasn't going to be default for this specific set of scenes. Sure, it was default for other scenes, for the sub-choice that I was doing, great. My microphone was great there. Switch over here? No. Do I blame Windows or do I blame OBS? I'll just blame whatever. Well, we just did some sub-choice games. The first one, obviously, Peglin. Fantastic game. I'm very glad that I got to play a little bit of that on stream. I've played it before, but I never really got too much into it. Like, I beat it, I think, before it was officially released, and, like, it's great. It's just, also, there's been so many updates to it lately, and I'm really glad. The second game, I don't remember what it was called, but it's something on the Midway. Residence, Bad Day on the Midway, and that was a fever dream. Unfortunately, it kept crashing, and so I'm probably going to play more of it at a different time. I just want to make sure that I get the game and don't accidentally download, like, the Italian version? Yeah. But yeah, the no music currently playing. Crappy is lying to all of us, just so you know. That's what he does, and that is life. Crappy sometimes is full of lies. But we don't really need to delay too much because I think the players are already ready to go. So, question for y'all. Sight for Sore Eyes, what does that make you think of? Well, for me, it makes me think of games that are visually bad. Are they going to be ugly? Probably. Could they potentially actually hurt your eyes? Maybe. We will give a flashing warning if there are any of those games. But be assured, this is not going to be a pretty sight. So let's go ahead, Crappy. Let's go over to the GM reveal. I don't even know what you're going to run in front of because I haven't modified this since last time. So what do you have? Ah, it's the bugs. Oh, that's right. That was the Jeff game. Yeah, that was great. Well, who could our GM be? We'll see if they're ready to jump in, and if not, that's fine. I'll give them a poke over on Discord. But our GM for our first round of A Sight for Sore Eyes is indeed CatRelatedPun. Look, this cat is not a sight for sore eyes. It is, sure, it has a very stiff tail pointing straight, not quite straight up, but it's there. Hello, CatRelatedPun.
Hello?
Hello, I hear you loud and clear.
Neat.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Well, good. Yeah, thank you so much for stepping in and giving a game. I know that this was a little last minute. Oh, you had a different GM pick. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. No, I can go ahead and get this up for everybody. It's very...
It was optional.
No, it's not optional for me. Here, everybody, this is the official GM pick that CatRelatedPun wanted me to use, but that I unfortunately didn't see. There you go. Now that is a good picture. Is this a spoiler, though?
I mean, yeah, today's game, in case it wasn't obvious, Timecop for the SNES.
Oh, well, everybody, I hope that you have time to avoid the cops because we're going to have a full hour of Timecop coming up between Jal _ and mikansbox, both of whom have been strong players. Of course, Mikans has played in Kusogrand8 for ages. Jal has been around for a long time as well, was one of our GMs for a period of time, and both of them excellent players. Of course, Timecop, we've had in Kusogrand8 before, I believe, but it's been a very, very long time. We haven't?
We haven't had Timecop in Kusogrand8.
What?
Which surprises me.
How have we not had this game in Kusogrand8? Okay.
Yeah, like it's pretty infamous.
Yeah, it is. Let me turn off that Yolanda music. Then again, infamous in the Kusoge group is... No, Timecop is pretty well known, I think, outside of our community as well. It's got music, and you can hear it right here. Oh, so question. This is a sight for sore eyes. Are we going to need to give any flashing warning for this game, or is it just a very, very hideous game?
I don't believe there's a flashing warning that we need to give for this.
Okay.
It's just not good to look at.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You're saying these graphics aren't good? You're saying the weird black bar on the left side of the screen besides the title screen is bad? What are you talking about? I don't know. But I think I'm personally ready to begin this match at any time. I'll check with the players. Yeah, we might start a little bit early, but what can you say? That means that people can go and take a nap sooner than expected. Yeah. So, Cat. Do I call you Cat? Do I call you CatRelatedPun?
Either works.
Either works. Well, what have you been up to lately? Have you been doing anything fun?
Just usual, working, having rest when I can.
Good. So, it looks like the players are ready to roll, so I have to ask, what would be some good emotes for chat to spam for Timecop?
Explosions, octopuses, guns.
All of those sound great. I would say also any of your ugliest emotes possible. Spam them now because we're doing the countdown. Best of luck to the players. We've got Timecop for Super Nintendo. As soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. Good luck. Spam. We've got dumpster fires. We've got baskets on fire. We've got strange dreams. Thanks to Max Walker and the Time Enforcement Commission Tech. The time travel system created by Professor Hans Kleinsand didn't fall into some senator's hands. Okay, Timescan is developed by intercept immediately anyone who tries to change the course of history. Use the time scan allows Walker to leave his dangerous job of time enforcement. After last routine mission, he got ready to leave tech offices when he noticed a new logo on the electronic devices of the company. H-key, oh no, it's this guy. So Professor Kleindest, the inventor of time travel, wasn't dead during the first experiment. Walker is suddenly teleported. He finds himself in a new building, seized by armed guards who bring him in front of Kleindest. Kleindest hails Walker as the last human allowed to travel through time. Kleindest explains that he became the master of today's technology by being the only person to conceive time scan, and since its activation, the only person able to travel through time with impunity. However, his status of time master bores him. He needs a worthy opponent to play against on the board of time. Kleindest gives to Walker a bracelet of temporal control and declares, "Let the duel begins." As soon as Walker put the bracelet around his wrist, he's forced by the guards into a time pod. The engine starts immediately. Walker is sent out into the endless corridors of time for his most dangerous mission ever. Well, everybody, let the duel begins. Because as soon as I see movement...
Ignore all of that story because we're still in modern day period.
Oh, baby. Well, here we go. Now, I definitely have seen this game before, I believe during a GDQ run, because, of course, this has been on GDQ. Oh, this is so ugly. Yeah, sight for sore eyes, definitely appropriate here. And yeah, it's very much an infamous game. I mean, you've got real people acting here, you know, just through photography, you know, making the different models. I believe we're beating up astronauts.
Agents of whatever the company name was.
Oh, okay. Now, chat has a good point. Despite this being a sight for sore eyes, we do indeed have some jams here, and I appreciate that. Now, Jal, going up against mikansbox, they are both fierce competitors and have both made it significantly far into Kusogrand8. Unfortunately, one of them will be eliminated due to this match, but that's just kind of how it goes. Okay, both players through level 1. That was really fast. I mean, level 1, part 1. So this is in Washington. Do you know, like, Washington, D.C., or is it the state of Washington?
I don't actually know. I know that this game is a sequel to the movie, but
There's
I
a
haven't seen
movie?
the movie, so yeah. What was the dude's name? Jean-Claude Van Damme or whatever it is. Yeah, one of his things.
Oh my gosh. No, it couldn't. It was Van Damme? Oh my gosh. Okay, I had no idea. That's amazing. And yeah, chat's saying that it was a good movie. So that's good to know. Sorry about your game that came along with this, but at the same time, not sorry. Because look at this beauty. This is good. And by good, FBI.
So it has been mentioned in chat, but the music of this game, it was composed by a man named David Cage. Yes, that David Cage.
David Cage made the music for this game?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, no one. Here's the deal. People love to make fun of David Cage games. I actually kind of like them. Like, I loved Heavy Rain. Detroit, I thought it was fine. Not the best, but I enjoyed it. But it's still fun to make fun of him, you know? So thank you, David Cage, for these hot jams. I really appreciate that. So, question here, how is progress being scored? I believe probably just linear progress, how far the players make it through the game, right?
Yeah, usual linear progress. Some of the earlier levels are fairly open, but that becomes less of a thing later on. And just if progress cannot be clearly determined, then whoever got to the point where progress could be determined first. You know, the music in this game is actually really good. Not sure if it fits, but I hold that against it.
You know what? What else are you gonna have for a game that looks like this? I'll take this music, okay? It's great. Now, I do want to say thank you to the referees who are helping to track right now. The referees for this match are Clades, has a punch and kick button, but his run cycle doesn't loop properly. We've also got Blastinus doing a spinning head kick, and finally Linkura also helping out. Now, the referees are keeping watch to make sure that the players are doing okay. If there are any issues that they run into, they help us know, and in the case of close matches, they help us figure out who is indeed victorious. And there have been some very close matches before, so I really appreciate the help that the referees have done in order to make Kusogrand8 run a lot better. Wait, apparently there's a Sega CD version that looks worse than this? Well, that is special.
Yep. It's just sort of like this, but worse. Like, I don't really know how to explain it beyond that.
Okay. So, with this game, what do you think the main difficulty is? Because I know that this game is pretty difficult. Or at least that's what I've heard.
I think the runner who ran it at GDQ put it best when he said that everyone is just kind of better at everything than you. Like, your attacks are slow and clunky and your opponents are not. Yeah,
the forward kick that the dudes do is so good. Like, I've learned a little kung fu, and let me tell you, a kick like that, I 100% know that's not going to hurt anybody. Like, you could barely even fling a baby with that kick. Okay, it looks like Jal may have gotten a game over. Are there any continues in this game?
Yes.
Okay. Infinite continues or limited?
I don't actually know. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, like as mentioned earlier, like this was a fairly last minute I'm GMing thing, so while
Yeah,
I do know a fair bit about this game, there are some small details like that which I'm not entirely sure of.
Oh, that's fine. And you know what? You were describing this as a sequel to the movie Timecop, which is strangely very accurate. Yeah, this isn't about the plot of the movie, but it's meant to take place after that movie. So what happened in the original film? Have you seen it, CatRelatedPun?
I just know it exists.
Okay, well, let me go and see if I can find a little information about the plot here. I'll try not to spoil everything, but Jean-Claude Van Damme plays Max Walker, a police officer in 1994, with time travel having been made possible, and later a U.S. federal agent in 2004. Well, that is fantastic. So apparently in 1863 in Gainesville, Georgia, a time traveler with futuristic weapons slaughters 5 Confederate soldiers and steals their shipment of gold bullion. Yeah, that's how we defeat the Confederacy, time travel. Good. And then 1994, Justice Department funds the creation of Time Enforcement Commission, or TEC, to combat the emerging threat of the past being altered following... I love the emerging threat of the past changing. That's like... it's wibbly wobbly stuff. It's freaking Jeremy Bearimy this time and stuff. Like, it's not linear. So users are unable to travel to the future as it has not happened yet, but they can travel to and change the past, creating ripples through time that alter the present. Senator Aaron McComb volunteers to oversee the TEC, and police officer Eugene Matuzak is assigned as the TEC's initial commissioner, blah, blah, blah. So Max Walker is offered a position at the TEC, but before he can accept, he and his wife Melissa are attacked by unknown assailants. Oh no! Maybe Dr. Hans Kleindass knew that Walker would try to change the past, and so they tried to kill him. Walker is left for dead while Melissa is killed when their house explodes. Well, okay, yeah, the exploding house. I was like, well, that's kind of rude to kill her, but, you know, as long as you're taking the whole house down, I suppose there has to be a casualty in there. So, 10 years later, he travels to 1929 to apprehend his former partner, Lyle Atwood, who is using future knowledge to profit from the stock market crash. Oh, baby, it's like Back to the Future. You know how they got the sports almanac? Justin, don't roll your eyes, okay? I know that we were talking about that yesterday. Okay. Oh, no, that was today. We watched a new episode of New Zealand Taskmaster today, and they literally mentioned Back to the Future and the sports almanac. Yeah. Atwood confesses, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that part of the plot. It seems like it would be interesting in movie form. In Wikipedia form, it's kind of boring. I don't want to read the rest. Time travel. It's gonna be messed up. Them's the rules. Now, what's not messed up is, I don't know, like, this game, as ugly as it is, it runs pretty well. Like, yeah. I haven't, no frame drop, like, you know, we haven't had any lag. Sure, it's hideous as butts, and the kick that the enemies do here is so not good. But it's... Don't laugh, Justin, just because I said but. Okay. I think the players like, at least sort of have an intuitive idea of where to go. Like, even though a lot of the levels look very samey at this point, it still is understandable that, you know, you start in one corner, you're probably gonna want to follow the corridors and just pretty linearly get to the exit. Jal should be finishing the level in just probably 5 to 10 seconds, unless she dies right there. Well,
Yep.
Hey,
It
LV
looks like
Creed,
continues
welcome to the
unlimited.
chat. What was that?
Looks like continues are limited.
Okay.
I saw a number on the game over screen.
Yeah, in that case, the players will have to decide, you know, is it worth rushing in the beginning in order to learn the levels, or is it a better idea to go slow? The thing is, you do have a timer in the game, so you're not unlimited in how much time to take. And also, if you take too much time trying to get through these levels, you might just take more damage than you would have otherwise. Ooh, knockback is pretty serious as well. I saw Jal got kicked down to the next floor. Oh, the punch!
You can be knocked down multiple floors in this level pretty easily.
Yeah, it seems like getting the right attack rhythm is helpful. And there we go, Mikans is through the stage and I believe moves into the lead because of that. We'll have to see. Level 1, Part 4, indeed. I believe Jal is on Part 3. This appears to be a boss for Mikans. Let me see if I can swap the audio over to hear what we are getting over there. Oh, baby. Okay, we've got intense music here.
Like, this is less of a boss fight and more of just area collapsing, get through it.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, so far we haven't done any time travel. This is just 2005, which would be Van Damme's present. Well, Max Walker's present. Whatever. This is our past, everybody.
Time travel happens at the end of this level, assuming Mikans gets that.
Yeah. Ah.
My pet cats decided to join me.
Aw. Hello, kitty. Everybody.
Say hello to you.
Gotta try to make kitty noises. Oh, Mikans is in this thing.
Yep.
I don't like this vehicle. Is that the time machine?
That's the time machine.
So this is Back to the Future, except doesn't look as cool.
Hopefully we get to see another really cool vehicle.
Linus wants to use rare metals held in polymetallic nodules found deep in the ocean. Thanks to these new alloys, he will create revolutionary electronic components. Walker has to prevent him from controlling all future technology. Uh-oh. But he looks so happy. I just want him to control the technology. Come on. Okay, San Andreas Fault. Undersea 1945. What? Excuse me?
Yep.
Why are we... I'm confused. San Andreas Fault, does it go underwater? I don't even know. This is sci-fi.
I love those octopuses. They go through the ground and are very fun.
Yeah, also, if the Nazis had underwater bases in San Andreas in 1945, that's pretty impressive. I didn't know about those. I mean, that's what happens with time travel. Sometimes bases pop up. Also, very impressive swimming physics, aka none. Like, gravity seems slightly altered, but that's about it. I mean, to be fair, if you just strap a bunch of lead to your suit, you're probably going to be able to walk around underwater. Just gotta find the right weight.
So one thing Meekins needs to do is be careful with gun usage, because you have no other weapons here. It is gun and bomb. You can't punch or kick. So if they keep wasting ammo, they might be in trouble.
Okay. So, I believe there is part of the San Andreas Fault underwater. However, most of it is not. So maybe they just went to, like, the one section that is. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I've got a picture of, like, a lot of the fault. That I'll go ahead and pop up. There we go. So this is where we are in 1945. I don't know, maybe it dried up since then. Okay, so there is a significant part in Northern California that is underwater, so whatever. This is accurate. This is everything that you're seeing on mikansbox's screen, 100% accurate. Lots of octopuses too. Oh my gosh. Although I feel like if you're going to build a base somewhere, on a fault line is probably the worst possible place, especially for an underwater base. What are you thinking? This is bad. Okay, bad science, bad. Unless you're, like, trying to do science specifically regarding earthquakes. If you're trying to cause an earthquake, I guess you kind of have to build a base at the fault line. You know, maybe they're trying to fracture California and separate it from the rest of the United States. Maybe that's how they win the war. It's the Germans, I tell you. I mean, not the modern Germans, the ones in the 40s. Chat does point out that villains build bases in volcanoes, so yeah, a lot of villains are stupid like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you had to build a base somewhere, CatRelatedPun, where would you build it? Let's see,
Good question.
I do think moon base would be pretty awesome. Like, I would go...
Yeah.
Moon base would be good. Maybe somewhere, like, with... If it was on Earth, maybe somewhere with waterfalls. That would be pretty. Like, why have an evil base if I can't look at nature, you know? Oh no! Meekan's found the giant octopus! The size of 5 octopuses. Ah! There we go! Meekan is through! On to the next level. Meekan is currently solidifying that lead. Very nice.
Yep, this is a really solid lead.
Yeah, now, this company that made the game is Cryo Interactive, and I know we've seen that name show up before. They've been around, I mean...
Are you ready to watch one of the funniest shmups sections you've ever seen?
Oh, what, this extremely hideous spaceship underwater?
It's so big.
Why? Why? Like, why is the sprite so big?
It's so big.
I just... And why does the octopus steal so much damage? Like, the reason you get in a vehicle like this is so that the octopus doesn't hurt you. Oh my gosh. Maybe they're high-tech. They've evolved. Here we go, Jal. Unfortunately, still on 1-3. She's been having a bit of a hard time, but in Kusogrand8, the first half of the match is usually just learning how the game works. Second half, making a solid amount of progress. It's just that Mikans is blowing this game away somehow. Doing a very good job here. In the ugliest ship imaginable. There we go. Stage complete. Do we get new ship?
I don't think that they've even used to continue yet.
I don't think
they're
so,
just in a really good position.
Hey, Streets of New York, 1929. Kleindust wants to buy major corporations' stock at low prices. Walker has to prevent him from controlling major corporations in the future. Okay. I mean, this is similar to something that happened in the movie. Guess what? We're dealing with more people taking advantage of the Great Depression to make a fortune. Oh no. Tommy guns. We have dudes driving in cars shooting. New York, 1929 was a dangerous place, you see? Lots of thugs everywhere. Oh my gosh.
I love the car driving spray.
Yeah. Like, it's actually a really smooth spray with the guy reaching out and shooting. This music doesn't feel
smooth,
quite
but it
right,
still looks
though.
very funny.
Yeah, Mikans said that this is funky, and yeah, this music is a lot closer to funk. Like, we've got gospel organ. As soon as you have gospel organ, you can't be set in the Great Depression. You know, at least you're able to take a lot of bullets. That, like, not realistic, but that's fine. You also have giant bombs, so I guess that's fine. Chad is asking if this is part of the jazz era. I'm trying to think. Jazz feels like it was a little bit later, and also...
I mean,
not around Wall Street.
Prominent.
I don't think you're having much jazz on the streets of Wall Street. The streets of Wall Street. The street. Singular. Stop clapping, Justin. Oh my god. Well, yeah, for those who are wondering, again, the music is by David Cage, confirmed, but what about other people who worked on this? Executive producer was Emmanuel Forsans, who worked on other games like, well, I mean, Lost Eden for CDI. Interesting. Okay. We've got the Raven Project. Oh, I know that. Super Danny. I also know that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Have a look at the road on Mikan's screen.
Yeah, those bricks are not scrolling correctly. I haven't been to New York though, so things might be different there. Anyone from New York, can you confirm if this is what Wall Street looked like? I mean, sure, this is almost 100 years ago at this point, but I imagine nothing in New York has changed much over 100 years.
Must be the future technology from...
Okay,
they're bringing back.
Chat confirms this is what New York looks like. Well, good. Good. I think the road's gonna make me vomit.
I need to stop looking at it.
I love it. This is so incorrect. Oh, Jal just falling multiple floors down and then getting kicked in the crotch.
Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Yeah. Honestly, it's never the fall that kills you, it's the crotch kick. That's life. Mikan's just doing a little... It looks like one of those... What do you call the Russian dance where you kick your legs out?
That's a Cossack dance, isn't it?
Yeah, it looked like that. Thank you. Yeah, LV Creed in chat caught that as well. Ooh. Oh, he was doing the Charleston. I don't think the Charleston looks like that. I've never done the Charleston, though.
Everywhere.
Charleston just looks like you gotta go urinate. Let me share a picture. Okay. This is very important lore. You gotta know. This is what they were doing on the streets of New York right here. Okay? In the 1920s. Yeah. Yeah, they're in trouble. Okay? Oh, Jal, getting close to the end of level 1. No! All the way down!
Yeah. Yeah, this level's rude. And Meekins is lucky that they got through it as quickly as they did.
Underscore Fishy, thanks for resubscribing. Good to have you here. Of course, I'm gonna try to do at least one sub-choice game tomorrow, so if anybody around here is a sub who wants to make me play a game, feel free to plan and think about how you can punish me. Yeah. Or how you can make me feel joy. That's also an option.
Or ideally, make proceed to your experience joy and punishment at the same time.
I love that. It's a good combination. We have, oh, Jal, damage boosting across a gap and then using a bomb to take care of Punching Man. Okay, okay. Jal might be able to make it. She's close. Just don't die at the end. Don't, oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, it's an elevator. I think you want to stay up at the top, if I'm not mistaken. Just watching this game, by the way, like, I'm not sure I completely understand all of the physics, because occasionally it looks like if you turn around, you take like a second or two to actually turn.
Yep, it is inconsistent like that.
Yeah, it seems very inconsistent.
I'm just enjoying Meekins riding the car.
It's a good car. Yeah, so we are almost halfway through the match right now. Meekins is on level 3 part something. Jal is on level 1 still, and because of that, Meekins has a very strong lead. That doesn't mean that they will necessarily take the victory. She's making a good push here, you know, and is definitely extending this lead. But Jal could have a good comeback in a little while. We'll see. Unfortunately, like, World 1 or Level 1, whatever, is being stupid. Oh, crotch punch. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing, like, even though Meekins got through level 1-3 pretty quickly, but Jal is just having a very hard time finding the exit, which I thought was somewhat intuitive in this level, but then again, this is Timecop. And considering how samey literally everything looks, it could be very easy to get lost if you either don't get lucky or you just don't figure out like what the game is trying to tell you to do. Meekins is in the bank? Yes. Look at all the couches. Oh my gosh, there are never that many couches these days. Seriously, the standards have dropped so much.
On the casualties of the Depression, maybe.
Yeah, after the Great Depression, they're like, spent too much money on couches. Gel on 1-4 now. Okay, World 2 is pretty fast as well, so she could technically catch up. But with all of those game overs, I'm a bit concerned about her ability to do so. Especially if continues are limited, that could be a major problem in the near future. She's also just trying to damage boost.
She had a full game over earlier, so I don't know how many game overs she's had now.
If she's had a full game over, then that's not as much of an issue. Ooh, want to grab that health for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's a robot! Not in the 1920s. Oh no. Okay, Meekins just uppercutting the robot. Yeah, looks like Meekins found a pretty safe spot where robot just jumps at you and you uppercut it. Okay. Biggest thing is oh, there we go. Meekins is through uppercut to the robot, and that is another level done. That was ridiculous. Dorman's Lake, Germany, 1944. Kleindanz commands a Nazi regiment which uses modern weaponry. Walker has to prevent Kleindanz from helping the Germans win the Second World War. Good. Go defeat them.
Weaponry.
I approve, okay? Level 4, German. Are you serious? Level 4, German. Not even Germany.
So Meekins is not that far away from the end of the game now.
Wow. I also enjoy how they're just shooting each other and not hurting each other. It's immunity to bullets, but not to kicks in the ankle. Now remember, even though this game is related to the movie Timecop, it is technically a sequel to Timecop. It's not the same. It happens after the events of the movie. What happens in the movie? Well, that go and watch it yourself, okay? Right now we know that we're trying to stop the Germans from winning World War II. You know what? We could probably have a Timecop come and show up today, and that could help.
So, Meekins may have walked past the boss.
Uh-oh. The tank?
Yep.
You have to fight a tank?
Yep.
How do you hurt the tank? Legit question. Maybe jump on top of it? Don't get run over? Oh, there we go. Just shoot the tread a few times. This is so stupid. Hey,
and Gel's out of level 1.
Very nice, Gel. On to level 2. Meekins, though, on to 4-2. Devastated streets, or 5, of Los Angeles, 2144. Okay, distribution of brain blast causes hallucinations. Walker has to destroy the brain blast factory before it destroys everybody. Yeah, let's just say there's a possibility that we see a game completion here. Like, this is an incredible push by Meekins. I did not expect anybody to make it. Heck, Like, Jal
Yeah,
is
like-
more what I would expect from a player here. Like, making it to the end of Timecop in a blind race, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, no, Meekins is doing really good.
Now, remember, everybody, this round is specifically a sight for sore eyes. We chose games that are ugly or possibly pain-inducing. Either way, the visuals are the main focus when it comes to this round, and this game certainly fits it. Unfortunately, one of these players will be eliminated from Kusogrand8 at the end of the match. So, you know, Meekins, I have a hard time seeing Meekins lose at this point, like being this far into the game. What was that?
That might be my dehumidifier. If you're hearing a beeping.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. As long as you're not too humid, that's good. Oh no, Jal taking on the octopuses, the octopi. Those are both correct. Octopods, octopodes, I don't know, octipodes. Okay. You can just call them whatever you want. Nobody cares. Meekins is through 5-1. Octopunks. Ooh, I like this. Okay, Los Angeles Part 2 Brain Blast 2144. So, remember, the original story of Timecop was that you couldn't travel to the future. You could only travel to the past. However, it appears that they found a way around that. Because we certainly have traveled into the future here. 2144 sure looks let me just say that 2005 looked a lot more like the future than 2144. This looks like today.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the food delivery bots, you've got Amazon's stupid drones, you've got these dudes. See them all around here. Oh, you've got cardboard boxes. You know, cardboard was invented already. Oh, and this ugly car. Let's just say we have to destroy whatever this is. Okay, Meegan's getting quite a few hits on it. Luckily, you are able to jump on top of the car without taking damage, so that's good. Oh my gosh, I had a dream last night, cat-related pun, not about jumping on a car, but jumping on trains in order to try. We were trying to make it to all four of the farthest regions in the continental United States, so like the points that are as far apart as possible. And there were trains. Okay, the new Brain Blast. Rocket holds containers of Brain Blast, which will affect anyone who breathes it. Walker has to prevent client S from spreading it into the atmosphere. Uh-oh. Good.
So, this is the final level.
Okay, final level, level
I
6, LA, Part 1 Factory 2117. Yeah, we might have multiple parts, but this is so far into the game, my gosh. But yeah, like, my dream, we were just hopping onto trains and doing whatever we could in order to get across the United States, and there was one section that I traversed through that was really dangerous because I think there was a witch. Which wasn't super realistic, but she was scary. And then there was like a pub that I went into, and the bartender lady, she was breathing like cold frost over everybody and freezing them, and I had to like hide behind a barrel because holy crap, I didn't want to freeze to death. Yeah, it's very dangerous when you're trying to go across the country here in the US, especially if you're not flying.
Not sure where I was expecting that story to go, but it wasn't there.
The frost-breathing bartender lady.
Yeah.
I have fun dreams. That one, I actually really enjoyed it. It was nice. Yeah, like I often get scared by trains in my dreams because I always think that they're gonna run over me, and yeah, they're usually pretty terrifying. But luckily, this dream they were okay. Like I didn't experience any problems. Yeah, the scariest train dreams are when there are like 5 railroad tracks right next to each other, and I have to cross them all and like watch from multiple directions to make sure there's not a train coming. But there always is. There's always one that's gonna come. So I gotta dodge the trains. I don't know. Do you have recurring elements like that for dreams that you have cat-related pun? Like I've got dream canon, and like deadly trains, very very much something that happen a lot in my dreams.
I either tend to have really boring dreams. Like here.
Jal is onto the auto scroller. You have boring dreams? Like what? Like doing taxes?
But they tend to either be like just very mundane things, or I'm playing mini golf with the cast of Final Fantasy VII or something, and nowhere in between.
Wow. Nah, my dreams are like never normal. But yeah, between being absolutely fantastic joy fest or being like horrifying body parts falling out of the ceiling, like it's I take pills to calm my dreams down and they still get a little intense. Oh, Meekins is through into the next section here. I don't know when the final boss is coming up, but probably soon. If there is a final boss.
There is a final boss.
Good.
Final boss is after this level.
That said, all of the bosses have been pushovers. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, Jal,
and
meanwhile...
I don't remember the final boss being any less of one.
I just love this stupid underwater ship. It's so good. Like, static sprite, literally no animation. Who cares? It's fine. Yeah, you can make fun of my English right now. I can blame my migraine because that messes up speech a little bit sometimes, so it's fine. Making fun of migraine. It's allowed. You can make fun of that.
Better than the English in this game story.
Jal on to 3-1. She's still significantly behind Meekins, but again, these worlds coming up are a lot shorter than the first world. So if she can one-shot some of these, there's a slim chance. I still don't think it's going to happen, but she's learning to get more consistent with some of these levels and take less time, which is great for a Timecop, you know?
Yeah, Meekins is just kind of... They've been one-shotting a lot of these levels as well, so...
Oh, yeah. Okay, Jal needs to be a little bit careful. She's running low on health. So, like, making sure she doesn't take too much damage. Nope, that's a death. That's okay. Meekins died several times on this level. Like, if Jal can do it in 3 or 4 attempts, that would still be making time up.
Yeah. She is doing good. It's just Mikan's doing excellently. This game is... It's not an easy one.
Ooh, yeah, jumping over the bullets. Something they don't teach you in self-defense school, but very helpful when you're a time cop. Yeah, as it turns out, bullets are a lot slower when you're a time cop than, like, when you're a normal one. Which is, I don't know, maybe that's part of the time travel experience. You get to just, like, somebody comes at you with a gun, you just kick them. It's good.
Ooh. That was a lot of damage at Mikan's stuff all of a sudden.
Ooh, yeah, Mikan's gonna have to redo this level. That is fine.
Oh, timeout apparently.
Oh, timeout. Ooh. See, when you're a time cop, you gotta pay attention to the time. Like, there are so many things you gotta pay attention to. Now, I'm a little bit curious about these models, the characters. Okay, there is somebody credited for doing photograph. Okay, as well as a main graphic artist. Photograph was done by Patrice Forsans, who worked on Raven Project, Egypt 1156 BC, Tomb of the Pharaoh, Versailles 1685. Basically just did photography for a lot of different games, so that's cool. What about the main graphic artist, Michael Rowe? Actually had a pretty decent career, but this was his last game. We had other games like Captain Blood, Get Dexter, SRAM. That sounds like a really boring game. Phoenix for Atari ST. Huh, I wonder if I played that, because I played a lot of Atari ST games. Nope, didn't. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Spidertronic. That sounds pretty fun. And Ecstasy, if y'all remember Ecstasy. Yeah, I will share a picture. As soon as you see the picture, you will remember it, because this was a fever dream and a half. But yeah, the main artist for Ecstasy, this game, worked as the artist for Timecop. Yeah. I loved that game because it took me a long time to even figure out what was happening in it.
So I think Mikans might be lost.
Same.
Pretty sure they're going backwards now, but...
Yeah, with this much time, unfortunately, it's very unlikely that Mikans is going to be able to complete the level, but I don't know. It also depends on where the exit is.
Yeah.
I think really Mikans is just trying to not die, and I don't know, be a little riskier. You're gonna time out. Okay.
Yeah. Like, I would...
Blah, there we go.
Yep.
Well, only 10 minutes left, everybody. We're getting close to the end of the match. We do have some matches tomorrow, 3:15 and 4:30 Eastern. I'll probably do a sub choice either before or after all of that. So you are more than welcome to come and watch. I'm glad that we're starting to get close to the end of the tournament. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a long tournament, but definitely has been one of the most entertaining that we've had so far. I've really enjoyed this.
And I've enjoyed being a GM.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like, if there are people watching who are thinking about being GMs, we are, of course, thinking about revising some of the processes. Specifically, how do we make Kusogrand8 go a little bit faster while still, like, being as inviting to as many players as possible and still streaming everything. So we're throwing around ideas to try to get things going a little bit more. But I'd certainly love to involve more people. And when we have signups, you know, we'll definitely let people apply to be GMs if they want. Yeah. Oh no, Mikans! That's fine. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. And Timecop, in the future, there are no biscuits unless you defeat the Nazis. Them's the rules. You don't beat the Nazi, you don't get the biscuit. Jal fighting the boss of the bank, aka the robot. Luckily, this robot, not very difficult, just gotta hit it a few times. Like, Mikan's found a safe spot to stand in to do uppercuts. Unfortunately, Jal has not found a safe spot, but... Oh no! That is back to the beginning of the level. Yeah, this game is a bit brutal because as far as I know, there are no checkpoints.
Yeah, there isn't checkpoints.
Yeah, so every time you die, you go back to the beginning of the stage, and Mikan has defeated bosses in single attempts multiple times so far. I'm not too surprised that, you know, Mikan is this far into the game. Jal has struggled a little bit more. Of course, I love both of these players, you know? I'm happy with whoever wins. I'm sad about whoever loses. I just get to feel conflicted. It's like a really good season of Big Brother.
Oh, I think there might be a boss that Meekan's just walked past.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that might explain why Meekans can't find the exit. Yeah, Blasphemous is like, pretty sure you have to beat that guy. And there we go, Jal is through the bank. Yeah, so I think we know why Meekans cannot beat this level. Because the boss doesn't seem like it's a boss. What a game. Timecop, everybody.
It doesn't help that like most of the bosses have been like big squidge, big tank,
Yeah.
big robot versus Time Guy who looks like a regular dude.
Yeah, I guess one thing to note when it comes to bad games, if you find an enemy that looks unique, probably worth killing them at least once. Yeah, especially if you're
when they're
having a
standing
hard
in
time.
front of like a giant rocket thing that sticks out as well.
Yeah, of course, there are plenty of games where if you get to a boss and you go past it, you actually just beat the level. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Meekans, like, isn't registering that the enemy is a boss, or that Meekans thinks that it's a significant enemy, but is like, I can just go past it, whatever. But at the same time, Jal fighting the tank, you have to kill the tank, you can't just go past it. I love the level called German. So good. Yeah, also, I think that we already have our raid message from earlier in this match. Whatever it was, let the duel begins. That one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think positions are pretty secure at this point.
Yeah,
I don't see Joel getting up to.
honestly, Zhao getting to Germany, I'm really happy about because, you know, she's been putting a lot of good effort into this. She's... Mikans, no, is that a full game over? Nope. Okay, last
Nope.
continue. Also, that mortar in Germany, it shoots the shell like 10 feet. I feel like that's not the best use of an explosive.
I mean, the barbed wire and the mortar combined are pretty mean positioning.
Yeah. This music is just so fun, though. I'm really happy. Like, David Cage did an amazing job on this music. I'm very glad that we have it. Okay, Jal, just trying to figure out how do I fight a tank. And what you do is you shoot its tread like 20 times and then it's dead. Nope, can't kick the tank. Only hitboxes the tread as far as I'm aware.
Yep, she needs to jump in front of the tank and shoot it.
Yeah, unfortunately, or can you shoot it from behind?
I mean, it makes sense that you'd be able to shoot it from behind, but I mean, it's Timecop, so I don't know for certain.
Okay, she's shooting it. Oh. I did see it collide with the tread. Okay, landing hits, I think. I think she's doing it.
Yep, those look like hits.
There we go! Jal is through! Stage complete! Wouldn't be surprised if Jal doesn't know how she beat the level, because neither did Mikan. I swear I know this song from somewhere else, but I don't know where. Maybe I have this on the Kusogrand8 playlist. Wouldn't surprise me. Well,
I mean, you did start taking requests, so it's possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how Jal has done, like, with the comeback. It's not enough to take the victory, but I feel like if Jal were not racing against Mikan, this could be a victory for Jal. Like, she's doing a fantastic job.
I'm guessing Meekins is done.
I think so. Just gonna sort of jam out. Let's see if there's any idle animation. I mean, I guess there's the normal idle animation, but does he pull out a burger? Nope. Just kind of wiggles. Ah, yes, the usual endless wiggling that happens. Ah, well, everybody, this is... Oh, so close! That is time, everybody. We are done. Timecop for Super Nintendo. Jal versus Meekans. Jal making a fantastic effort in the back half, but Mikan just did so fantastic earlier that she definitely took the victory here. I'm going to go ahead and welcome them in to come and chat. Yeah, both of the players did super well, CatRelatedPun.
Yeah, very good performance from both of them.
Oh, yeah. So let's go ahead and see if either of them comes to chat. I'm sure they will. I'm just blah, blah, blah. Gonna chill and chat for a second. There's Jal. Hello there, Jal.
Hello.
Hello, Mikan.
Hi.
Hey, it looks like we've got both of you in here. Great job. Oh my gosh, Timecop, certainly a video game. Just so that we don't dilly-dally too much. Meekan, you were on the second to last level. One more level. I believe the next level is the final boss, and then you would have had the ending. Jal, you had a huge comeback here. You did make it to the future, but unfortunately, Meekan just had such a good push consistently that Meekan does take the victory. You were a few levels behind, but
yeah, that's expected.
With the push that you had there, I feel like versus anybody else, you could have taken that victory. It's just Meekan absolutely destroyed this game. Holy crap. So there we go.
It took me a while to learn how strong your legs are in this game.
Yeah, he had some really beefy legs. It was wild.
I mean, that's Timecop things, you know? You think you can time travel if you've got scrawny legs? No, gotta beef up those calves.
I guess so.
But only if you jump, not if you're on the ground.
Oh, so what do you think of this game? Any thoughts or opinions about Timecop?
I didn't hate this game very much. I had an okay time with it. It was actually really generous in the lives counter. I have no idea how many times I've died on this stage, but it has to be at least 10. And I haven't game overed or anything.
Yeah, Jal did struggle earlier on and had a lot of deaths on 1-3. I think that was your big wall that slowed you down, and ended up getting a full game over after that. Had to return and get caught back up there. After you got past 1-3, it was super fast progress, though.
Yeah, once I figured it out, I started to enjoy it. But yeah, I was stuck on that level for so long. And I was getting frustrated, as you would expect.
Yeah, I could feel it, Jal. I'm like, no. How many times did you fall from the top floor to the bottom floor?
I know. There was one time where I fell every level down and then immediately got punched and died, and I just let out the loudest chuckle.
Oh, the movement in the game just is so comedic. I think that this game is perfect for this round, A Sight for Sore Eyes, because it's such an ugly game, but there's charm in that ugliness.
I think I love it, but it, yeah.
Yeah, the weird underwater shoot 'em up section. What the crap ship is that?
That was so funny. I had a great time. That was a blast.
And then
I think I figured out what I'd do in this stage. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, guy with the glasses showing up all the time. For every cutscene, it's the same weird nerdy guy.
He's so evil.
Yeah. I also like the diversity of locations. I mean, you've got Los Angeles, the San Andreas Fault, German, all of the locations that we know and love.
German.
Yes, the level was called German.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, also,
great game.
Yeah, as CatRelatedPun pointed out, the music was done by David Cage, creator of Heavy Rain, Detroit, whatever it's called. Yeah, that David Cage. He did the music.
I see.
Yeah, which some people might argue the music for this is better than the games that he's made, but I'm a David Kane. Whatever. David? Did I call him David?
David, yeah.
David Kane fan. I enjoy his games. I think they're
the music
fun.
in this game was super good. I liked it.
Oh yeah, it's a bop. So what did you? You said that you think you figured something out, Meekins?
Yeah, I just had to beat up the scientist guy. I didn't know that was any different than any other scientist guy.
Yep.
Okay, I started fighting him. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I just went to every single corner. Sorry if that was hard to watch. I went to every single corner of that stage looking for an exit, but that's the only stage where you actually have to beat. Well, okay, that's not the only boss stage, but he was completely. He looked exactly like everyone, like all the other scientist guys, so I didn't pay him any mind.
And he's in the middle of the level and not at the end.
Yeah.
We completely understand why you missed that. And honestly, I never saw the boss that you had to fight. Other people kept pointing him out, but I never saw him.
He had a really good laugh.
Oh, well, that's good. the ending for the game, I think, is worth it as well. Like, Jal, you actually aren't too far from the end either. You made a lot of progress. Like, I don't know, 3 or 4 more levels, something like that. You're probably, and by levels, I mean individual levels and not like areas.
Yeah, it just clicked at a certain point. I could have definitely kept going.
Yeah. Well, you know, unfortunately, we do have to eliminate people in Kusogrand8, and Jal, you are eliminated. You
That's
know,
fine.
But what a wonderful foe to go down against. Like,
oh yeah, end game.
and game. With that said, we have a tradition of asking people what they want on their tombstone. So, Jal, do you have any last words for your tombstone?
Next time, I'll be back with more legs.
You gotta bring the legs. Oh my gosh!
Like,
if you were a spider, you could kick so
like
many
6
people.
or 7.
Actually, I'm just
I'll
trying
get
to.
the crown that time.
Yeah, 6 or 7 legs. Don't know why you would go with an odd number of legs, but you know, be weird. It's fine. Well, everybody, this has been a lot of fun. We will be back tomorrow again at about 3:15 Eastern with more games. I will do a sub-choice, I believe, after the first 2 matches. Other than that, Jal, is there anything that you'd like to plug? Are you streaming over at your channel or anything you need to let people know about?
I'm playing a game called Metal Gear Solid, if you've ever heard of that, for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never actually played
I
the original Metal Gear Solid.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't either.
What days do you stream?
It's definitely cutscenes. Tuesday, Thursday.
And at what time?
7 Eastern.
7 Eastern. Yeah, everybody follow Jal. Jal has been a GM for us before and also brought us some visual crimes. A little more painful than Timecop, to be fair.
I don't know. This is pretty painful game.
Okay.
Even though I loved it.
Oh, I loved it too. Like, I think this game is fantastic. Like, the stupid scientist forward kick that is just him sticking his leg up. It's so good. Mikan, what about you? Anything that you want to plug?
Nothing new since last week.
Yeah, you've been on quite a few times in a row.
Yeah. Randomizer. I've been playing Tevi Randomizer, which is a fun bunny game.
Ooh.
I hear that I'm a fan of La Mulana. I hear it has an AP world for multi-world functionality very soon.
Oh, are you serious?
I don't think I'll play anything else ever.
Oh yeah, your life is doomed. That's so fun.
It's over for me.
Yeah. Well, that will be great. What about you, CatRelatedPun? Anything you'd like to plug before we go?
Not at the moment.
All right. Well, that is completely fine. Just so everybody knows, signups for Fastest Furs Marathon over in Atlanta, I believe, are closing on Monday, and also for RPG Limit Break closing on the 18th. So if you are interested, get your game submissions in for those. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and raid somebody, and I believe we already have our raid message, which is "Let the duel begins."
Begins? This game is so good. Thank you for not letting us skip the cutscenes. I approve.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
I'm so glad. Okay, who are we going to raid? Yeah, maybe I should have figured that out first.
You could just go out dueling random streams.
Let's go to Willard. Willard J. Bradley. He played in Kusogrand8 earlier, so let's raid Willard. Okay, other than that, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for more Kusogrand8. Take care, CatRelatedPun, Jal, Mikan.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Fred. Bye.